Eclipse, May 20th, 2012. See sunspots, and on the bottom is the moon eclipsing the sun. Okay. If you're looking at the end of the knob, you turn it clockwise.
You want to bring the boys up for a minute and look at this? What he's got is a telescope, and it's onto a poster board, so you're not looking at the sun directly, but you can see about a quarter of the sun is blocked right there. Yeah. Yeah, bring them up. They can look at the setup. It's kind of cool. You can even see some sunspots.
Okay, what's it reflecting off now?
Well, it's not reflecting, it's the light coming in between these two.
Ah, okay.
You need to clamp it or something?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey!
I don't think it disrupts the picture.
It's fine. How it is. Okay.
So you have to come up here to see it.
Back. Okay. Don't look at the end, though.
Okay. You want us to clamp it?
Don't look at the what?
Don't look at this bit.
Don't look at what I'm covering. Okay.
Go.
Do you want, I can get a paper clip or whatever, Donald, you want?
Whoa! Hi, everyone.
No, this is
Turn
fine.
around and look.
Oh, that is cool.
See that?
Oh, sorry.
Moon.
That is, wow, do you see how it's covering it? That is actually up there, but you can't look at it, Monty, because it's really...
You know how looking at the sun hurts?
Yeah.
This makes it so you can look and not hurt. That's the sun. And if you look carefully, you can see some spots.
Wow.
The sun has freckles. Those are sunspots. And this right here, that's the shadow of the moon.
And soon it's going to be all over it.
It's going to be all over and it's going to get dark out.
Is it going to be completely dark? No.
Not completely dark.
But is it going to...
You'll notice it. We'll notice.
It will, it's about 90%.
Oh,
That's
a lot.
So now it's
It'll be
about,
pretty dark.
what, 20,
Yeah,
10%?
you're losing it out of your lens a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to readjust that in a sec.
Wow, that's cool.
That's amazing. You
So
guys
is
got
this
all
what
the
you-
technology.
Is this what you studied?
I thought you were watching it with a...
I took astrophysics in college
For fun.
for fun. I was this management
See how well you
science
can see
major
this
in
spot?
this graduate class.
Don't touch it.
Astrophysics.
Watch out with that.
Professor asked, what am I doing in here?
Hmm.
And I said, because I need it for my minor in physics. And
I thought
love
you could look
And I had the highest
through
grade in the
it.
class
Wow,
with all these graduate
Could you
students
look
in there.
through it?
that's cool. No, Sebas.
Sebas, don't touch.
If you look through it, it'll be too bright and it'll hurt your eyes.
Yeah, you
That's
can,
why we have it on the paper.
can be blinded from it.
So I was looking up on Google, and there's all these ways that you can put your hands like this and look through. No?
I wouldn't.
Or then they say get under a tree and through the...
You don't look
The
up
leaves.
through the leaves, you look at the
Monty.
shadow. And if you go like this, or go look, have
But
the
this one
shadow
they were
of your
saying
Monty,
you have
no,
to look up.
Matthias.
Don't
Nine.
look like this.
Matthias.
Go like
nine.
this and look at the shadow, and you'll be able to see it.
This
like
is where
that,
you
but
need to be,
smaller.
Andy. There you go.
These are awesome glasses. Oh, cool.
Do those work?
Incredibly well.
Really?
Yeah.
Just don't burn your eyes.
Oh, no, you won't.
Are those for the Eclipse?
Yeah. They're actually made for it.
They look like 3D.
Yeah, they are. No, they work incredibly well.
I want to try.
Yeah, try them on. We've been using them in.
Hey,
Look at that.
That's so cool.
Oh,
Who
that's,
set that up?
that is
Donald
awesome.
did.
Okay.
Awesome. That's so cool.
No, it didn't. Just look for 2 minutes. I mean 2 seconds.
Do
you see it?
Awesome. Yeah.
You can see the same as in the picture. Look at the sun. Do you see it?
Mhm. Can I see it one more time?
It's way cool.
just this.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharon Harvey, we were home teaching there, and she had
It's
ordered
gonna
a
look
bunch.
like that.
I mean, paid a lot for them on Amazon because she had to ship them, second day.
costs more to ship.
Yeah, it was more, yeah. Anyway, so as we were leaving, she ran out.
Like
"You gotta
that
take
one,
these."
I
Okay.
think.
Okay, give it to Annette's
Go ahead,
gonna
Annette.
try. You're all like a door.
That looks really good, Donna.
That does look
Yeah, you
good.
can see
Oh, wow.
sunspots on
Oh,
there. Ange?
cool.
See the sunspots?
Isn't that cool?
There you
Yeah.
go.
That is super cool. So how are you doing this? You're projecting through here. How is
Yeah,
it even
so-
coming through here?
Wow.
This is just a camera.
Yeah.
This is entirely different. So light's coming in here. It bounces off a mirror right here. And it's going through a lens here and there and there, and which spreads out the light.
Matti, don't.
And so you can see
Baba.
all that. So it's
What's
cool,
that?
like a projector.
Einmal.
That's enough. John,
Sag es noch einmal.
It's pretty cool.
just 2 seconds. Okay.
Come on inside.
You don't want to miss your activity.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Miss activity. Of course we want to. I mean,
Well, you guys are way ahead of the curve. I should have known. I should have known. I thought, well, gee, I feel kind of bad. Like I didn't, like
Right there.
some people might be sitting at home just like
Missing
snoozing,
Matti, don't look at the
We
side.
were missing out.
No, you just stepped there.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to risk my eyesight now.
Okay.
I was roommates
I'm gonna try it one more time.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool.
That is cool.
been up here a few times.
See how you
We're
can see
down in the
a
valley. We
little,
don't have a
like
good
something had
sunset
eaten a little
Right,
piece of the
right.
sun.
I invited myself up here.
Yeah, I want to see it for many times.
Okay, no, that's enough.
Got bumped or something.
My turn.
Okay, go.
Boys, you have to
Oh,
be
no, it's
careful
fine.
around this.
No, it didn't get bumped. The sun sets why we do this. And so it has to be
Okay, let's
regularly
go, because I think you guys are...
moved.
Right during an eclipse or a BYU basketball game.
Oh, he's trying to look at it still.
Thanks, Andy. That was cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
put it
it's
up?
pretty good.
That is
Do you want to
Surprising.
see that real quick?
Oh, no. Not at all.
I can get my hand on one of these. You better see the transit though.
Oh, I know.
See the what?
The transit of Venus.
Venus.
Whoa, that's cool.
Donald, don't get too attached to the sun.
Oh no, I will.
What's wrong with being attached to the sun?
It'll just kill you.
So
guys.
once it gets dark
about
enough,
attachment to the sun.
you're saying Venus is gonna cut across?
June 5th in the evening, right before sunset, it's going to cut across, and then the sun will set before we get to see it go out.
Are
But
we going?
that will not
Yeah,
happen
let's-
again
Alright.
until 2117.
Wow.
So
By your
I'll
calculation.
be around. By the Mayan calendar.
Yeah,
This
you know,
one
it's
not
so
ends
funny.
in a few months.
Well, no, you know, actually, they had the chief anthropologist from
Thanks
Mexico
for sharing
City
this. This is
talking
fun.
Yeah,
about
thank
that.
you.
Especially for
And
the
she
Like
boys.
was
to see it.
like,
If you want to come up a little later,
Yeah,
about
that would be
7:30 is going to be when it's most blocked
language,
out.
Oh, I'm
history,
excited.
culture, and
Cool.
science than anyone on the planet. She's saying like,
Thanks,
we
guys.
have no idea where this whole like
Take care, you guys.
end of the world thing is. It's like that's a complete miss. There's not even a chance. Like we don't know where it's come from. It's like people are all coming down here like it's the end of the
I
world.
think okay.
It's like no, the calendar says like there's another 3,000.
She knows when it hurts.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it is.
Have fun, Cash.
Thanks, that was
Enjoy the
I'll
house.
stick to the cheer.
Are you guys all leaving?
Courtney's
Courtney's
there.
But cheer,
All right.
There's cookies,
get something to drink,
and there's.
Make
yourself
yourself at home, whatever you
there's
guys want.
cookies, whatever. Don't-
Alrighty. Well, it won't be over until 8:30.
Well,
Well,
as
we'll
long
be
as
back,
we got,
hopefully.
we don't
Yeah.
care. If you know
So-
somebody you want to have
And if
over,
it's 7:30 and they're really boring, just sneak out, take a peek.
All right. But if
Tina do
you
it.
want to invite other people over, invite them over.
All right.
You're fine.
We're clearing up some spots for parking too.
Eden,
Okay.
Thank you, Andy.
Did you park?
Eden, where'd you
Yeah,
go?
she's still in the driveway.
She's right there.
Okay. She's right here. She's
Looking at it?
she's very well behaved. She won't look at this one.
She's just looking at the grass.
Or the banister, the wood.
Looks like we're losing it here. It's fun how quickly it's moving other way.
Okay, we lost the sunspot.
It's neat having the sunspots to be able to see.
how
Okay, that's
far-
actually
Actually moving.
quite a bit.
Well, I'm thirsty. How about you?
You can see the moon coming up over it. Do you see how like it's starting to look like it's coming on it?
Yeah. And so when it's the most that we'll see, it'll be like from right about there, and we'll see just a crescent. If we were in, say, LA or just southern Utah, Nevada, we'd be able to see the moon in the center and the sun all the way around it. Sometimes the moon's closer and it blocks more, and that's a total eclipse. This time it's farther away, and so we can see the sun all the way around. That's called an annular eclipse.
So how often do solar eclipses happen?
I'm guessing there's 2 this year. The next one visible in Provo will be in 2117. The next one this year will be in November, but only people in Australia can see it.
And when do people know about black holes? How did they find one? Like, are those somewhere in the solar galaxy we don't know?
No one has found indisputable evidence of a black hole yet, but there's been strong circumstantial evidence.
Such as?
If you look at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, there's a bunch of stars, and the way that they're moving, they're actually moving pretty fast for stars. The way they're moving, they're all moving in certain orbits around a common point, and you can't see anything there at the point, but the only way to account that scientists know of for all the orbits and how they're so close in is to say that there's something really heavy right there in the middle that's probably a black
So
hole.
what would happen if someone fell in a black hole?
They would be spaghettified.
What's that mean?
They've turned into spaghetti.
They're stripped into a long stretch.
They'd
Because
be dead.
the gravity is, they die very quickly. The gravity is such that on one side, you're being pulled so much more than your other side. So if I fell in feet first, my feet would be ripped off before my head even felt it very much. I'd be dead before then.
Yeah, so it's kind of a scary thought running into one.
Yes, it's one of the most scary things you can think of. is great that.
Have they found any
Staying
evidence
on
on
the
life
boat.
on other planets?
No, none whatsoever at all.
Just water they found?
Uh,
We'll never know when we'll find the rest of the people in this universe. They could be in another galaxy for all we know.
It might not even be in this universe. They could be in a few other ones.
What do you mean the universe? Like where our galaxies?
Well, you know,
Milky Way's
parallel universe idea?
Yeah.
Maybe when God said worlds without end, universes without end. Could
Well,
be.
that's so. I mean, because we don't know where that's at, do we?
No, we'd never be able to see that.
I can't even imagine how big this whole solar system is past the Milky Way. Isn't there other galaxies we know of?
Mm-hmm.
How did someone find out about them?
At first people thought there were clusters of stars in our own galaxy,
Uh-huh.
but then a very clever astronomer figured out that they're way too far away to be clusters of stars in our own galaxy. And they did that by...
How did they see them? Like, they're
Well,
up in
if you
space?
look up in the night sky, you can actually see a few of them. They look like just fuzzy bits, so it could just be a bunch of stars close together. But in fact, there are a bunch of stars that are really far away. And the way they figured out that they were so far away is they...
Come on up here.
There's a certain kind of star that has the exact amount of brightness that you can calculate. And if you can find one of those stars, you just say, okay, how bright is it? So it's this bright. On the surface, it's always the same brightness. And so when you're 7 light years away or 100 light years away, that tells you how thin it becomes. And so we're able to find one of these stars in another galaxy nearby. We're
So
able
each
to say,
star represents a galaxy?
no.
But they're all suns, right?
Yeah. So a galaxy is just a big cluster of them that's really far away. Farther away than most of the things we can see in the night sky. But there's a few of them that you can see. Most of them you can't see from Earth. You have to have a space telescope to see. And so it was like the Hubble Space Telescope that really
Can you
helped us
see other
find most
planets
of them.
or not?
Yeah, you can see Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn.
When do you see Saturn?
Tonight you can see Saturn. It's really easy to find. And you can see the rings with this telescope.
I want to see it.
Jupiter is on the sun side right now. Mars you can see, Venus you can see right after the sun
So
sets.
Mars is the one we can't visit, right? There
Uh,
are certain planets we're not allowed to visit because it's too close to the sun.
Mercury is the too close one.
Can anyone ever see Mercury or no?
You can see Mercury. On the 27th is when the Mercury skips from being a morning star to an evening star. So
What do you mean a morning star to an evening star?
it's called a star because it's just really bright in the sky. But
Would
if you
Mercury
look,
be too hot to land on?
the sun side, yeah. If you landed on the daytime on Mercury, it would be...
So then how are people ever going to research it if they can't get there?
Well, we don't send people. We just send robots.
And the robots take the...
Well, they have to be prepared to last in
So
extreme
do they
heat.
have robots taking care of Mercury and Mars?
There's robots on Mars. There's robots that landed on Venus but didn't last long.
Why did they last long on Venus?
They did. The atmosphere is really toxic and it's really hot.
So they're trying to design a robot that can go up there?
That's so cool.
So we can't see Pluto anytime or no?
Pluto you can't see from a telescope like these.
It has to be very advanced.
Yeah, you have to have an astronomical telescope.
Is there any other planets?
Please bless the food and help it to be a nice dinner for eating it. Please help us to be happy and have a good night. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. You were saying, sorry?
So, what? So is there any new planets discovered?
No, we actually lost Pluto.
What
Did
happened?
you hear about that? The major astronomical association said, Pluto's too small to be a planet. And so the official planet list no longer includes Pluto. It is just a planetoid.
What do you mean?
Planetoid just means somewhere between a rock and a planet.
So how big is it actually?
It's about half the size of the moon.
Oh,
It's pretty small.
so it's not considered a planet anymore?
No, because it's so small, they don't consider it a planet. Most likely it was just a rogue asteroid just drifting through space, and it got close enough to our sun to start orbiting it.
Oh, so it's still got a long way to go before it becomes a planet?
It'll probably not become a planet unless it grows bigger, which
So
it
how
probably
do
won't.
planets grow bigger?
They usually don't.
Oh.
Once the planet forming has occurred, the star ignites, then planets clump together, and after that they don't really change size.
So we probably won't find any life in our universe, will we? Or do people not travel?
Not in our solar system. Most likely we will not find life in our solar system. Which doesn't say that the science fiction stories about life on other planets aren't fun.
We just don't know where in this whole universe. We've never been told.
Yep, we've never been told.
There's probably many other places like Earth in the universe, I bet.
I would guess so.
Has anyone ever gone to Saturn?
No person has ever left the Earth-Moon system. But we've sent... Oh, I'm turning it the wrong way.
No person has ever what?
No one's ever gone farther than the moon.
Come on.
Oh.
But we sent robots
Get a drink?
to all the planets.
So they're constantly like watching what's going on? What are they trying to find on all the planets?
Mostly they're learning about how the planets form and
What they're made out of.
what they're made out of is a big thing, and whether we might be able to eventually go there and live there. Like, for example,
What kind of weather they have.
there's lots of robots that were sent to Mars. You may have heard the rovers.
Uh-huh.
They go around, and one of the big things that they're looking for is sources of water. Because if you wanted to send people there to live, they're going to need a lot of water. And so that's one of the big things. And there's a few of the moons of Jupiter and of Saturn that have materials maybe that we want to investigate in the future.
They just don't have the money.
That you do.
No.
Can you go get it?
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
The problem right now is money.
It's expensive to do all that.
All I know is you're going way up into space trying to...
It's 7, that's all.
Okay.
But yeah, going into space is very expensive.
Here you go.
How do comets happen?
You know how I talked about just there's rocks in space?
Uh-huh.
A comet is just a rock in space that gets too close to Earth, and it starts to come into the atmosphere.
But did they ever make it to the Earth's surface or no?
If they, well,
Would that be, I forget what they call it. Like,
there's lots of different words. If it stays in space, it's called a comet. If it hits the atmosphere, it's called a meteor. If it hits the Earth, it's called a meteorite.
What's those big holes in the Earth? Meteorites?
When they hit the Earth, that's a meteorite crater.
Yeah. So how many of those, do we know how many the Earth has, or have we not found them all?
One of the problems is that they erode before we find them all.
What do you mean erode?
Like, rock crashes into the Earth and you get a big crater, round thing. But this happened millions of years ago. And so, just like any mountain, it'll start to...
You remember, where's that famous crater out in the U.S.? I've seen it.
One.
I can't remember where. But yeah, it's...
I remembered I just saw one.
Yeah, it's called Crater Park.
Crater Park.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay.
I think it's Crater Park.
Okay.
Right. Right. Come on, drink some more. You should all this away and wash the spoon. That'd be great. Next time. That looks so good, dear.
I'm so pleased it worked out.
It looks really wonderful.
What am I doing?
You should always wait and wash the spoon.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm glad this worked out.
Come on in here. Do you want some more? Hi. So I guess he brought out his own easel there?
They had that easel and the white sheet and the cardboard we
nice.
put behind it so that the light won't
Come through.
come through too much. And
So-
our entire conversation will be recorded for posterity.
It doesn't seem noticeably dim, but it does seem not as bright as it was.
You think so?
Because it was quite bright, quite hot when we came here.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we've only got about 2/3 to a half of the sun left right now.
Yeah.
This is a fun activity.
It's really nice, dear. Can you adjust it? Hi. Hi. Baby's
Eden, why'd you come in? Daddy wants to see this while it's very stable.
Excuse me. Eden.
I think you can see shapes on the moon.
You think so?
Yeah, there's one in particular I think you can see.
You just see it on the edge? The
Right
razor's edge?
there. It's the moon comes down and there's a little jog. I think that's from like a crater on the moon.
That's really cool. It does look like it's not perfectly smooth, but
Yeah.
I can't be too sure.
What am I doing?
You said something about her while it was clear.
Eden, it's time to change you.
Ah, it should be.
I smell something.
Yeah, looks like she is.
The note of this being poopy will be recorded for ages. Because we're videotaping. They can hear us. But when I post it online, I'll take that part off.
But don't worry, Eden. They can't smell you.
Oh, hey. This is another thing that you can do. Let's see. Oh, that's in the shade.
Is it reflecting it upside down?
Yeah.
Because the curve looks like it's on the other side.
Because if you go right here,
Yeah, I can
that's
see that
the sun.
curve. That's cool, dear.
Don't touch it, Eden.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. So what that is a gem can act as a pinhole camera
Oh, good.
because it's reflecting a very
it's
small
not
portion
flat.
of the light.
So my ring could do that?
Your ring could do a ton of those.
Why don't you change your diaper while I go flash my ring.
Okay, see if you can flash your ring. Where's the diaper?
Where do you left it?
Come here. Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I can't get it as sharp as you did. But you're right, there's a bunch of them. Looks like the moon in a starry sky.
That's cool. And so one thing that you can do is, as they were talking about, is don't do that, huh? Just use the knobs.
I think you can see some cloud cover coming on.
Is it clouds?
I think that's what it is.
Sure it's not just the trees over there?
No, not sure.
Okay.
Could be the trees. You know what? It is the trees. I can see them rocking in the breeze. It looks quite dusky out here. Yeah, you see it? It looks... Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. There's a seminary graduation in our ward right now too.
The week for it. That's cool, Ethan. You do it again? Ooh.
Yeah. The trees are definitely getting in the way. Okay. Now when I blink, you can see the moon crossing the sun.
Yeah, I
So
did this
show me.
my ring.
That's really cool, huh?
I can get tons of them, but I can't get them
Big.
quite this sharp. Yeah, I see the tiny curves though.
That's really awesome, huh?
Thanks for showing that to me.
There's that, and this was supposed to be the pinhole version, I guess. Yeah, you can Look at that. There's a teeny one. That's just a knot. And then there's this one as well.
Oh.
It's for this.
Okay.
That one's hard to focus.
Yeah.
It does look dusky. Looks like the sun's almost set.
Yeah, it does.
It's been a while since we lost the last sunspot. A few more minutes, we're going to lose this one.
Even found a toy she likes.
Well, it's got 15 minutes till
Do you want a drink?
max.
Do you want a drink?
It's cloudy at Mom and Dad's.
Well, they've got a bit of clouds up there now. You can see them.
Yeah, they do. Leslie says, cool.
So this is what the transverse is going to be like, only there'll be a lot more sun and
A lot
like
more
a
sun, it'll be
sunspot
just,
moving across.
it'll be about my pinky sized.
Okay.
And I think we'll definitely be able to replicate this setup in Pittsburgh. What do you think?
Mhm. You should adjust it. You can still see where the sunspot is. Now the sunspot has merged with the leaves. Feel the air from outside is now cool instead of hot air coming in.
Dad's first response was, cool! And then he said, it's cloudy here, we don't have a telescope. He does have binoculars.
I did not realize how to set this up, so I think I got it hard.
I lost half of it.
That one
Yeah, no. That one's from Dale. Hello? Hey, how are you doing, Dale? I'm doing good. No, I'm just doing pretty good. I'm over at Brother and Sister Castries, looking at the solar eclipse. If you want to come over, I've got a telescope set up. There is clouds, yes. We're more worried about the trees right now. Yeah. If you want to stop by, that's fine. Otherwise, we're videotaping it. So. Well, it'll end at 8:30. It will be at its most eclipse state in 15 minutes.
That's why it's so dark out already.
That's why it's getting dark out right now. Currently just me and Faith. All the Castries ran over to a seminary graduation. I kept inviting Brett, but he never responded. I don't know if there's going to be any games or anything. We're just kind of sitting around watching because it was cool. The Castries will be back later. I don't know if they were planning on games or not.
Will's not here. Will's not here. Yeah, Will's not here.
I will definitely. If we start the party up, I'll let you know. Alright, I'll see you. Have a good one. Alright, I will. Okay, see ya. Bye. Oh, don't have a diaper.
Yeah, I was noticing that. A pretty nasty looking diaper, actually.
Dale says hi. Also says hi to the Castries.
Sounded like he might think that Will was around.
Yeah, he didn't feel like coming over unless there was lots of people doing fun stuff. It's looking so dim and dark. That's so cool. Can we go get her and do a picture?
Okay. You did. Are you going to stop your taping to take a picture?
Uh-huh.
Are you going to do it with the board behind us or the actual sun?
I was thinking the sun.
Okay, because I don't know if we'll actually be able to see any...
I don't know either, but we can try.
Yeah. Hey, hon. Courtney?
Yes.
I was going to say, we could just take it ourselves,
We do have a stand.
but that's up to you.
Let's just try ourselves here. It would probably be easier.
I thought that it might be easier. That sunspot's coming up close to being
It's almost time
consumed.
to go. That's so cool that it's so dim out.
And it's still too bright to see.
Too bright to look right at it, but it feels so nice out. It's like evening.
Well, yeah.
Granted, it is 7:30, but
Ethan, come here.
did we lose it?
The sunspot's been going behind leaves here and there, so I don't know.
Yeah, and there's a cloud encroaching. So let's get the camera and take a picture right now. And thus concludes part 1.